Hey guys, welcome to week 7, which is crazy because I can't believe it's week 7. So this is your week 7 update, and thanks for everybody who's handed in their assignments already. And I know a few of you are still getting them in, and that's okay. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. But first, it's May the 4th, so it's Star Wars Day. So happy Star Wars Day. And if you have Disney Plus, every single Star Wars movie is now up on Disney Plus because they released The Rise of the Skywalker on May 4th, which is technically tomorrow, but currently it's May 3rd at 8:30 p.m. for me. Anyways, so it is May the 4th tomorrow, today. Anyways. I really have zero school information for you. Nothing really major has come out. The only thing I can think of is a couple of you have asked me about textbook returns. We don't really know how that's going to look yet, but that's kind of a June problem. I'm just going to focus on May, and, and I'll get into that later. So I don't know. I mean, you still need your textbooks until June anyway, so don't stress about it. Okay. So update for the week. So this is the V for Vendetta movie that I want you to watch. Okay, so this is the website. So if you don't have access to it in any other way, I don't know if it's on Crave or Amazon Prime. It might be. They have a lot of movies on there. It's not on Netflix anymore, but I mean, maybe you still have the DVD. Some people still have DVDs, but you can access it online from here. And then this is the username and this is the password. And it worked for me when I tried it out earlier this weekend. So I hope it works for you. Okay. The other thing I would like you to do, if possible, before tomorrow when we have our teams meeting, is read this article, The Misunderstood Legacy of Guy Fawkes. It just kind of gives you a brief introduction into what V for Vendetta is kind of based off of, kind of. This is wrong. It's actually May the 4th. So we're going to have the teams meeting tomorrow at noon. If you can't make it, it's okay, but I would love to talk to you guys and just kind of chat about a few things that I want you to look for in the movie. And then your response is due on May 8th. So basically what we're looking at this week is how does the media manipulate liberalism? How does censorship impact our views or events on events in the world? And then how do liberal democracies reflect collective or individual rights? So who is Guy Fawkes? So he was a Catholic who planned to assassinate the Protestant King James. So if you recall, earlier in the semester when I went into like a huge whackload of information about King Henry VIII, and I talked about basically he created the Anglican Church, and so now they are Protestant, they weren't Catholic, which meant that people going on from then also were Protestant. So King James was Queen Elizabeth II's nephew, I think. So 1604. So this is because King Henry VIII was in the 1500s. Okay. Anyway, so he's this Catholic, Guy Fawkes, is planning to assassinate King James, and it's happening on the 5th of November. So the poem goes, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. So they had planned everything, and they had like loaded all the gunpowder and explosives in. But then somebody sent an anonymous letter to a Catholic who was still sitting in Parliament and was like, don't go that day. And so he was like, that's weird. And then they basically searched the cellars and found like enough explosives to blow everything up. And Guy Fawkes was down there like setting everything up. So he was captured and arrested. And then he was going to be executed. And he totally fessed up. Like he just said like, yep, it was me and I was going to do it. And that's the end of that. And King James apparently admired that, which is awesome, but still decided to kill him. And so he was going to execute him by a strangulation. So basically they like hang you until you're almost dead, and then they take you off, and then they cut you into 4 pieces, and then they send those pieces to like different parts of the country as like a reminder of like traitors in our midst. So like somebody would have like a quarter of his body, and then so on and so forth. But he actually broke his neck in the strangulation. So basically he like jumped from the platform, and then it broke his neck. And so he just died. They still cut him up, but he was dead. So normally they do it when they're alive, which would suck a lot. So Um, Anyways, but now Guy Fawkes Day is on November the 5th. And it was originally like a very like anti-Catholic thing because like the Catholics tried to blow us up. But now it's basically used as a celebration day and there's fireworks and they burn these effigies of anybody who is considered a guy or someone who's considered foolish or irresponsible. Now the word guy now means just like a person, like a dude and a male and things like that. But before then, if you were like a guy, then you were like stupid, irresponsible, made mistakes, things like that. And so that's why sometimes they burn like Donald Trump, who you see right here. This is Guy Fawkes, but this is Boris Johnson. And so he's the current prime minister of the UK and of England, and so and so sometimes they like burn them instead now, and there's like fireworks and there's food and all these things. But the traditional Guy Fawkes Mass, which I'll show you on the next page, has become really popular as like kind of a representation of like anti-capitalism government things like that. So you often see them at like protests. Or if you follow the Twitter account Anonymous, who like tries to basically post stuff that is like not quite conspiracy theorists, but like information that they think the government doesn't want us to have, they often have a Guy Fawkes Max with them. So this is the movie, great movie. It's older, like I think it's 2005, but still very good, very entertaining. There's a response. It's just 3 questions. Please don't make them 4 pages long. Like it's 3 questions. They should be like 20 sentences tops, like total. Everything's 20 sentences, okay? You guys have AP exams coming up. Don't stress yourself out. Answer the question, give some examples, call it a day. I believe in you to not give me 4 pages because I love you, and please just don't. Because, yeah, some of your essays were 12 pages long, and that's okay, and I marked them, but you don't need to make this 4 pages, okay? I'm trying to make it easier for you. So we're going to have a webinar tomorrow at noon. I don't think it'll take the whole time if you guys want to, chat about a couple different things, but I just want to talk to you guys about what I want you to look for in the movie, some of the symbolism and stuff like that. If you were in Mr. Vilbrandt's 30-2 English course, you may have watched this already, which good for you. It just means it'll be easier for you. But I looked at the calendar, at the list, and I don't think many of you are or were. I don't even know I think there was maybe one of you. So you should be okay. And then, yeah, that's it. Easy week. Have some popcorn, watch a movie, complete a response. And I know you guys have AP exams. Next week, I'm also going to try and do kind of a chill week. You'll still have some reading to do, but the assignment will be pretty relaxed because I know a ton of you have that calculus exam and the English AP exam next week. I know calculus is for sure next week, and I think English is a couple days later. So it's all good. I get it. Don't just stress yourself out. Just keep on keeping on. Okay. And, yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. I hope you're all wearing Star Wars shirts.